everything's set up. Let me share this really quick. Oh, I can do that later. Golly, man, that's probably one of the reasons why I need to get my usual people. All right. Make sure that's something this up. All right, I can hear myself. Perfect. Get a sip of water. All right. Let's go ahead. Excuse me. This is not going to cut it, so put more thread on here. And we got Fox. Hey, what's going on, Fox? It's good to see you. Coming along pretty well on the doll. Almost done with the body. Her face is going to be quite a challenge. I don't know if I want to try to draw her eyes on stream or not. Let's see. Alice is napping. Oh, okay. Okay, that's fine. She can catch the VOD. All right. Okay, let me make sure I'm getting this right. Part of my own. All right, there we go. So, Fox, I hope you had a good Thursday. How was work and everything? If you worked today, or did you take today off? Oh, you know what? I'm going in the wrong way. This way. I'll be in about 30 minutes. Okay. No problem at all. And like I said earlier, Fox, you know, if you're tired and you can't stay up, hey, I won't be mad at you. I've been trying to make my streams a little bit shorter since I, you know, do tend to stream late. Last one was only an hour, 15 minutes long because of the rain. So it's not raining now, thankfully. Because whenever it rains, it just makes it really, really humid. Sometimes cold, but it it did the former made it very humid when I went walking today. Yeah, if you're tired, man, you don't have to stay up for my sake. It's all good. And I know you probably had a long day and everything. Oh, what? I'm gonna take that off. You're good to go? Okay. Cool. Cool. You only have a small job to do in the morning, a couple of hours at most. Okay. Good deal. Good deal. Is it like in the morning or is it like an afternoon type of thing? Afternoon job? I can really appreciate these just straight line parts because this all has so many curved parts, especially in the head and around the arms and the legs. So it's nice to have a part that's just nice and straight. And we got Solosi. Hey, Solosi, it's good to see you. Hope you had a good day. Let's see. It's not raining like it was yesterday, so that's good. And I ended just in time. Just in time. We didn't lose power, thankfully, but I am just so glad I ended when I did. Because imagine if I had lost power, that would have been quite upsetting. I was kind of hoping that rain would cool things off a little bit, but it didn't. Unfortunately, it just made made it more humid. But whatever. That's usually how it goes in the spring and summer, especially. Yeah. Oh man. Mother's Day is this weekend, isn't it? I gotta get something for my mom. Most likely be around 10 a.m. Okay, that's not bad. Yeah, 10 a.m. That's doable for someone like me. I can't do like really, really early in the morning when it comes to appointments and all that kind of stuff. Unless I'm getting laps done, then I would want to get that done first thing in the morning. Um, Though I'm not a morning person because for labs they recommend you fast for minimum 12 hours. So that's why a lot of people get their labs done early in the morning so they can hurry up and eat. Because you can't even have coffee. Even coffee can affect your numbers. So the food is not not a big issue with me is mainly the not having coffee. I was like, I gotta get this done in the morning. So yeah, that's the only kind of thing I'll get done in the morning. Any other medical appointment or appointment just in general, I try to get done in the afternoon because I'm a night shift person and I stay up late. So first woman. Oh, yeah, that's right, Fox. I forgot this will be your first Mother's Day without your mom, man. Hey, that's gonna be rough. Sorry to hear that. You'll be fine. Okay, that's good. Good to hear. You got good people if you need anything. That's good. It's good to hear. Let's try to move this just a little bit. All right, there we go. Oh, that's right at the end. Let me retie that. Cassie was showing the Nintendo showcase for her new Star Fox game earlier. For the new one. Okay, cool. Yeah, I'm glad that Star Fox is actually getting some love. I've never played that any of those games, but I do love that character. He's my favorite character in the Smash Brothers franchise. But I know a lot of fans have been wishing for Nintendo to make a brand new Fox game, and I'm glad they're finally doing it and actually listening to their fans, which is something you're not known for doing. Not sure if it's new or if it's just a refresh of Star Fox 64. Okay. Yeah, so I'm not familiar with the games, so you might be right. It could be just a reboot of one of the older Star Fox games. I know they came with came out with a new game on the GameCube when the GameCube was the newest console. But I don't know if that's a reboot of one of the older games too, or if that was an actual continuation of the Star Fox story. I think it is an actual new story and everything. But yeah, hopefully this will be an actual new storyline and whatnot, and not a reboot of one of their older titles. It's like, dude, actually give the fans something that they want. Oh, it is a remake of the 64 version. Yeah, it's not worth getting the Switch to. Yeah, especially since you're not owning anything that's on it for the most part. Ah, okay, so it's just a reboot of Star Fox 64. I just hate what they did with Metroid, man. Prime 4. Like the first one, in my opinion, was the best because you felt a true sense of isolation. There was no dialogue in that game. The environments were great. The music was great. The bosses, they were pretty good. They were good. I think the ones in Echoes were a little bit better, more challenging for sure. Echoes, they did introduce dialogue with the Luminoff, but they're speaking like an alien language, and then it's not like a ton of dialogue. But in 3, they introduced the other hunters and even more dialogue. And then in 4, they went overboard with it. With that, I haven't even watched the a gameplay of the like a full walkthrough of that game. So once I saw that one character, I was like, oh, they screwed up. They screwed up big time. They should never have added a little companion that tells you. That's basically like the yellow paint in video games, but in a character form. They have the yellow paint where it's like, hey, you're supposed to grab onto this, and then and I can't even think of the character's name. Was it like Mackenzie? Mackenzie, that's the character's name. Mackenzie. I don't trust Nintendo. I do. You and me both. And it's sad because they had some bangers, man. Nintendo has like one of the most priceless catalogs when it comes to games, right? When it comes to IPs, but they don't know how to utilize them. That's the sad part. You get it in the hands of someone who really knows what they're doing. Man, they could be making so much more money than what they're making now. Oh my goodness. Of course, it's not like they aren't worth anything now, but they could have been making so much more money if they knew how to market those games and actually did what the fans wanted. For example, I really enjoyed the Metro Prime series and was shocked when they came out with the remaster of the first game. I was really, really shocked. Because they stealth dropped it. I don't even think Nintendo mentioned that they were doing a remaster of Metroid Prime, and it looks phenomenal. It's not overly done. It still looks a lot like the original, but just more polished. If it had been released, today as opposed to like 20 years ago, it's not overly done, but it's done enough to where you can see the difference. And I was like, okay, cool. Are they going to do the other two games, Echoes and Corruption? Because that's what fans want. Fans want to be able to play all three games on the current system and not have to emulate. Well, some people don't care. They don't care about emulation. They'll do it anyways. But if I had a Switch, I prefer to be able to play all those games on a Switch. Thankfully, I have a GameCube and I do have a Wii. So if I wanted to, I can buy. Corruption's the only one I don't have. I'm not even going to think about getting the other one because I don't want to switch to. But Corruption's the only one I don't have that's on the Wii. Did that come out on the Wii? Yeah, that came out on the Wii. So yeah, in order to play those two games, Echoes and Corruption, you pretty much either have to emulate or you have to have the consoles that those games came out on. So it's crazy, man. It's like I really wish or at least have a port. At least port those two games. I mean, that's the least they can do if they're not going to do a remaster. But well, whatever. They never do what the customers want. So you love your emulators. I would consider doing that if I had a gaming PC, but I don't. So yeah, and Nintendo hates emulators, and they like shut down several of the sites. But I'm like, dude, they're just going to pop up more. You might as well just accept them because you guys don't give your customers what they want. That's the reason why people emulate. Okay, I'm just rambling. All right, let me see what I have to do now. Okay, I got to do this. Attach this to the body. Okay, you know what? Let me trim this first. Yeah, so that way it won't get in the way. You don't need a gaming rig for the old stuff. Yeah, but I don't have a PC to where I can emulate. That's the thing. I don't have a PC where I can emulate, older games that I want to play on, Oh, we got Alice. Hey, Alice. It's good to see you. I hope you enjoyed your nap. Yeah, it's good to see you. Fox told me you were napping earlier and that you'll be up in like 30 minutes. I was like, okay, cool. Nice. Nice. I'm just trimming some seam allowance right now in one piece before I attach it to the body. I honestly think she didn't need this much of a seam allowance on some of these parts, but whatever. Okay. Right. Let's line this up. Your phone has more power than what I'm running? I highly doubt that. I'm not going to try to emulate anything on my phone, man. I've already got enough stuff on it as it is. Excuse me. Okay. Hang on. Let me make sure I'm doing this. This was another part that was kind of tricky. Hold on. Because you got, let me look at this. Oh, hold on. Okay, I think I kind of see how it goes. I feel like the arms should be sewn up for that. But you know what? I'm not gonna. Huh. You know what? I'll do it this way. I'll do it the way they say for me to do it. Sure. No. Oh, how did that break? That, what? Okay, whatever. I got hundreds of them. That's crazy. I don't know how that broke. I'm just trying to make sure these lines are together. Let's see. I can see why this is intermediate. This actually, I think this has an actual higher rated difficulty than the my first hypnotic doll. That pattern's different, but some of the parts are very similar, like the head, you know, and all that kind of stuff. The body. But this one has a feature that those dolls don't, which allows its head to rotate, be more expressive. And yeah, this is the part that I'm working on now. Okay. Yeah. Where does this go? How do I have it on the other side? Let me read this again. All right. We'll try it. Try to keep on having to replace the cable. You run a gateway all-in-one PC with a 1.6 gigahertz and no GPU peaches. Oh, okay. Yeah. See, I'm not good with all the tech talk, so I don't know what all that is. Okay. I'm trying to figure this out. I'm going to do this side first and just see how it looks. I remember I had issues with this on my other baby doll. I actually have to take something loose. How was your days at Lucy? I hope it was good. Let me know if you decide to see the Jackson movie, the Michael movie. Let me know what you think of it. I'm going to see it again tomorrow, especially with all the documentaries and stuff I've been watching. I bet it's going to hit differently. Some of the scenes and be like, wow. So that's why he did this. Okay, all right. For the most part, hey, good to hear. Come on. It's so weird. Do I need to stop here? No, because it's asking me to sew this around the whole neckline, including like the shoulders on the arms, but the arms are not completely sewn up yet. So I think that's the part that confuses me. Huh. You know what? I'm gonna go ahead and cut this since I'm at the end of that part. Hopefully, I won't have to take something apart. Because when I get this sewn on, I am going to turn it inside out to make sure it looks decent or it looks good. There's no weird spots poking out. I only have to use my seam ripper once, so hopefully I won't have to use it again. Okay. Linux is holding up a lot better than Windows for sure. Yeah, anything's better than Windows. I want to get a laptop so I can try to do a little bit of editing on my videos, as well as I can have that selection option for digital sewing patterns, which I don't have using iPad or on my phone. It's like it can only be done on a computer, or laptop, Windows. There's like a feature that you can't use on. It's not available on Apple or phone. The app on the phone for Adobe, and I was like, You're kidding me. I was like, okay. I was looking at some cheap, inexpensive laptops. Um, for my sewing patterns and for video editing. Makes me run smoothly. All right. Let me look at this. All right. Okay, so that's sewn. This isn't. Oh, we got Steve in here. Stop by to drop a like for now. I think I cursed myself earlier by saying depending on how late. It's good to see you, Steve. I'm so glad you stopped by. Yeah, I've been trying to shorten these streams. My first, actually, technically, it's my second stream. On my second one, I went like 2.5 hours, and I was like, man, those are really long. Yeah, so I'm trying to do just like a little over an hour. Last night I did an hour and 15 minutes. So yeah, I'm gonna try to keep these a little bit on the shorter side. Man, oh Lord, I may have to look at this whole stream, make sure I got this right. What does this go to? Yeah, glad you managed to not have doors shut down. Have doors shut down. Yeah, man, me too. Like it really, really got heavy after I ended my stream last night. It was like perfect because I want to say probably about 10 minutes. If I had streamed for another 10 minutes, man, I would have, and my power would have gone out, which thankfully it didn't. Yeah, it probably would have been bad because, okay. But yeah, I was like, you know what? Let me go ahead and end. I don't want to risk it. Yeah, I think that and that go together. Yeah, I'm in another tricky part of this pattern. Oh boy. All right, let's see. I think I got it. Hopefully. Hopefully. Let me. Just trying to look at these two notches right here. I think these go together. Yeah, but this seam allowance is in the way. Yeah, so I'm just going to clip this so they stay together as I'm trying to sew this other part. How did the stream go tonight, Steve? I'm curious. I popped in for a few minutes. I didn't really say anything. I just wanted to see what all he was covering. I was like, it's still going? Bro, it's 10 minutes to midnight. Hence I curse myself. Bro. Is it because of TTS? Is that what it is? Yeah, I think yeah. I knew that was going to make his streams longer. I was like, it's a good thing he can pause them. But I'm like, bro, people already abuse it on Griffcast. Somebody got his Latino up. Hypnotic, bro. He loves to ramble. He can't help it. Bless his heart. Man. Okay. Let me make sure I got this. Somebody got his Latino up. I love that term. Good grief. Of one of his piece. Also, the finale of his One Piece waifu battle. Oh, okay. Yeah, One Piece has atrocious animation. Like, I do not like the animation style of that show. It just doesn't look appealing, in my opinion. I've never watched One Piece, but I've seen, some of the characters from that. It just doesn't look good. I'm like, ugh, this is an ugly style of animation. I have lost count of the number of times he's called people out for you can't say you weren't praising the game 2 weeks ago. Yeah, man. I'm like, bro, you sure do love to call people out for stuff when they change their mind on things. I'm like, I'm pretty sure you've done the same at some point. But yeah, I don't know. Let me not say anything else. Just not say anything else. And just keep quiet. Well, Steve, I don't know how long you've been in here, but it's not raining tonight, which I'm glad because when I went for my walk earlier, when it rains, it could do one or two things. It could either make it cooler and make the temperature drop, or it can make it hotter. And it just made it. I wouldn't say it made it hotter, but it just made it really, really humid, which I hate. I can take heat, but when this humidity combined with it, it's torture. It is absolute torture. I'd rather take heat, like a dry heat, even if it's triple digits, which is like Satan's front porch. I'll take that over hot and humid any day because it's just when you sweat, your body tries to cool down, and the sweat can't even evaporate because of how much moisture is in the air, and it's ridiculous. It's like as soon as you go outside, it's like your clothes start sticking to you, and it's like, oh, it's just the worst. Yeah, the post rain humidity is killer. I can handle cold, put on the jacket, but the humid, bleh. Yeah, exactly. It's bad when it's cold too. Like I can handle the cold, but when it's cold and it's humid, that's like, yeah, humidity just sucks. It just sucks, period, regardless of how hot or cold the temperature is, because it just makes it feel worse. It's like just let it be dry, please. Let it be dry. Well, I am glad it rained though. We needed it because I think we were in a little bit of a drought. And then on top of that, I haven't checked the updates on it, but we've had wildfires here, and I want to say the southern part of the state, and it was really bad, man. People lost their homes. I don't even know how it started because I haven't been following them, but I learned about it from family members. Like, yeah, we have wildfires in southern Georgia, and I'm like, what? I was like, how did this happen? I was like, we ain't California. How in the world did we get a wildfire? That is crazy. Because every year, um, places like Fort Benning, they have controlled burning, and I don't think they're the only ones too. I think every state that does take care of their underbrush and all that kind of stuff, forest management, they do controlled burning. And so I thought the smoke and everything that I would typically see came from that. And she's like, no, that's we got a wildfire in the southern part of the state. And I'm like, what? I was like, man, that's crazy. I did not know that. But I hope that this rain has helped to alleviate it in a sense, because now we have, moisture. When it's really, really dry, that increases the chances of a wildfire, because it's just Like all you need is a spark and then psh. But when you have kindling that's damp as a result of the moisture, you know, it's decreases the chances of a wildfire. They finally lifted our burning ban. We had a couple of small wildfires. I'm waiting for 100 degrees, 98% humidity. Yeah, you can keep those. It's good they lifted your burning ban. That's good. Let's see. Did I tie that off? Yes, I did. Right. So I'm going to try something. I'm going to match those notches up. And I bet that's the reason why I had issues with that last doll and I had to take something out. Where's the, okay, yeah, let's go ahead and line this up. All right. Let's get the other side and then I will call it because I have to look at this off stream and just make sure everything's lining up perfectly before I move on. And then this side, let's see how much further I want to go for the next stream, which I do plan on doing tomorrow. But yeah, I checked tomorrow's weather. It's supposed to be sunny, so no rain, but it is supposed to storm Saturday, which is not going to be a big deal because that's I'll be working, so it wasn't like I was planning on streaming anyways. But I will be streaming Friday, which will be tomorrow. After I finish this little part. All right, where are we at? Where are we? Okay. So I started in this section. I think what's throwing me off is the seam allowance. I think that's what it is. So once I sew everything, I'm definitely going to trim that. So that's going to add bulk when I try to stuff this doll. All right. I still can't believe Hypnotic is still streaming that, man. Hopefully he's wrapping it up. I'm hoping he's wrapping up, so for T-Jap's sake and for Sonia's sake, if she's in the stream. I didn't see her in there when I was in there for the few minutes. I did see T-Jap, but I didn't see Sonia. So I hope she feels better, man. She's such a sweetheart. Been a minute since you've been at Hypnos. Yeah. I watch his gaming streams. I don't really watch Hypnocast anymore because it's just not really missing anything, to be honest with you. I don't game enough to follow gaming news like a lot of those people do. Now, if he's covering a topic that does interest me, I'll pop in. I'll try to pop in around the time where I think he's covering that topic, but because he can get sidetracked easily, it's kind of hard to figure out what he's covering. But yeah, I really don't watch it no past that anymore. It's just, but I do enjoy his gaming streams. I do enjoy those because they're more laid back, not as many people in chat. Um, let's see. Okay, let me go in here, tie this off. Man, I really hope this thing turns out. I hope the arms look okay because this was one area I had to redo on my last doll. His chat can get wild. Yeah, bro. That's one of the reasons why I barely go in there because there's just, yeah, it's just too crazy for me. It's not that I don't hate it. Look, I know there was a time I enjoyed it, but after a while, it just kind of wore on me, and I was like, yeah, I'm done with this. I'm done with it. I'm trying to figure out what did I just do. Okay, I tied that off. I just need to sew this. And if you think they get wild on YouTube, bro, it's even worse on Rumble because Rumble they don't have censorship like they do here. And I've only been on Rumble during his live streams maybe a couple times, and yeah, they can get even crazier over there. So I was like, yeah, I'm gonna stay on YouTube. I'm gonna stay on YouTube. Okay, got that. Hmm. I'll make sure I'm getting this right. So I'm basically sewing that line to this one. Okay. Do I have a knot in this? Nope, I do not. Rumble, so I don't have to deal with YouTube freezing up. Oh, okay. Huh. I've never had issues with YouTube. Well, you know what? Past couple of days, I've been experiencing quite a bit of buffering. Um, Now that happens all the time when I pull up YouTube on my TV, but I've been experiencing that even on mobile, like my YouTube app on my phone, and I think even on my tablet too. I was like, what is going on with this? Like, and then that little link will pop up. Are you experiencing interruptions? Click here to find out why. I'm like, nah. I was like, y'all just suck. I just need to get it together. Okay. I don't know if it was just like if they just were getting a ton of traffic that time of day or what. Oh, you know what I did recently? About a couple days ago, I watched a viral video that I remember hearing about, but I never watched. And this viral video came out 17 years ago. Think about that, 17 years ago. So the video quality was like it was not that great, bro. It's not like 120. We ain't talking that low, but it was low enough to where it's like, dang, you can tell it was filmed a long time ago. But the video was Chocolate Rain. And I don't know if y'all heard that guy singing that song. But yeah, I've never seen that video ever. I remember when it came out, and I remember when it. Yeah, I think it was 480. Yeah, It was right around there, but it wasn't like I couldn't tell what I was watching. It wasn't that bad, but it was low enough quality to where you can tell, man, this came out some years ago. Yep, Chocolate Rain. I was like, I've never watched this video, but I remember hearing about when it went viral, and I was like, wow, this is crazy. This is crazy. This is really really crazy. But and the reason and what led me to it was that dude made a post, or excuse me, made a comment on an animal video I was watching of it was some kind of female falcon that went inside of a barn owl's nest with a male and a female, and she got her butt kicked. It's crazy. I gotta send it to y'all after I end my stream, man. I mean, it was brutal. Um, yeah, she picked the fight with the wrong owl couple, because and it's really interesting because the male was protecting the eggs. He had his wings over the eggs, whereas the female was the one that was, fighting off the predator, which was a female falcon. And they chased her out, man. She got out of there. Actually, she flew out before they were able to do any real damage to her. But he made a comment under that video, and it got like a few thousand likes or whatever. And I didn't recognize him at first, but then somebody said Chocolate Rain. And I was like, hold up. Is this that same dude that's saying? And sure enough, I clicked on his picture in his comment, and it took me to his profile picture. He's got like over 1 million followers. And that the first video you see, or the most popular one, is that Chocolate Rain video, which came out 17 years ago. And he records covers and original songs and whatnot. And I was like, dang, bro. So that's what led me to it. That was my first time seeing that video, but I remember it going viral all those years ago. And I keep forgetting that YouTube has been out for a hot minute. So every once in a while, I'll see a video pop up that's like 20 something years old. And I'm like, dang, man. It's like, man, I remember this. I was like, good Lord, what was YouTube like back then? 20 years ago, 17 years ago? I know it was a lot better than it was now. I mean, as far as how things were run. But man, that's crazy. That is crazy. Okay, so we got that. I gotta see how this looks. I gotta turn this inside out. Oh, hang on. Let me cut this. Okay, yeah, let me cut that. Kind of Wild West in those days. Yeah, don't mess with owls. They are tough as hell. Oh yeah, there's some beautiful animals, man. I was watching. Every once in a while, I'll go watch a bunch of animal videos. Like I'll have them pop up on my feed. Like I love watching the ones where it's animal facts, and it's about animals defending or fighting off a predator, or an animal getting eaten by something. For example, did y'all know that man, what's it called? Herons, blue herons. It's those birds that have really, really long beaks, pointed beaks, and long legs, and they're kind of tall, very slim birds. But you usually see them walking around. We see them around here after a good heavy rain, because it makes our creek and everything rise up, and we'll see one walking around looking for fish and everything, because they eat fish, they eat amphibians and small little reptiles and stuff. And I found out a couple days ago, these jokers eat squirrels. I kid you not. I watched a video of this bird swallowing a baby squirrel whole. It was gruesome, man. I mean, it wasn't like graphic, like you didn't see blood or anything, but I felt bad for the little squirrel. I'm not gonna lie. What that bird did was it spotted a squirrel, and I guess in its nest or whatever, and it picked it up it picked it up with its beak, like it almost like stabbed it, whatever. And what it did was, now the person had to watch how they worded it, but the bird kept shaking the squirrel. It kept shaking the squirrel. What that did was it pretty much gave it a chiropractic treatment. If you get where I'm going, I don't want to end up triggering, YouTube's algorithm or their AI bots or whatever. But it shakes the squirrel to kind of get it to relax, And then after it relaxes, it dips the squirrel in water. And then somebody made a comment saying that I had no idea how much squirrels look like rats when they're wet. And I was like, bro, you are spot on. It did look like a rat when it was after that bird dipped in the water. They will eat just about in it. Dude, I didn't know that because when I read about herons, I thought that they only ate amphibians and all that kind of stuff, crustaceans and little fish, because we would see them around water all the time. That's the only time I've seen them is around water. But I had no idea they ate squirrels. So yeah, this thing, it dipped it, it kind of shook it out to relax its back. It dipped it in water, and then at some point it just swallowed it whole. It just kind of picked it up and grabbed it in its beak and swallowed it whole. And I was like, dang, bro, that was vicious. They basically are rats. Yeah, man. Especially when they're wet. I mean, they do look like rats with just hair, a bunch of fur on them. I didn't realize that until somebody pointed it out, and then I looked at it and I was like, wow, yeah, they're pretty much rats. But anyways, I learned something. I love watching animal videos like that where I get to see them out, in their, hunting and all that kind of stuff, especially birds of prey. Like I get a kick out of seeing how birds of prey hunt and defend their nests against predators. Okay, let me see this. All right, that little bodysuit right here. Okay, not bad. I just need to make sure that these shoulders are lining up. I don't know about this. I had that issue with my last doll, and I had to take it apart. But so far, she's looking good. Not bad. All right, y'all. So it is currently 12:15, and I'm gonna call it here. I really appreciate everyone for stopping by. Alice, Fox, Solosi, and Steve. I don't know if you're still in here. You're probably having to count hitting those donations, but I appreciate everyone stopping by. Amazing work as always. Oh, thank you, Solosi. I appreciate it, man. I try, dude. Like, I'm not special. I just I'm not. Look, I don't play a character or anything. I just enjoy hanging out with y'all and talking and stuff. So anyways, so it's 12:15. I do plan on streaming tomorrow evening, probably around the same time. Let's see, I got to read this pattern, figure out what part comes next after this, but I'm almost done with it. I'm almost done. And then I'll move on to the doll face, like with her eyes and all that kind of stuff, which I can't wait to do. But yeah, I appreciate it, guys. I appreciate everyone for stopping by, chatting with me, liking the stream, whatever. And great stream, Peaches. Oh, thank you, Fox. I appreciate it. All right, guys. So until next time, bye, y'all. Appreciate it.